She should know better.
She didn't know he was from the bank.
That doesn't matter. A person shouldn't insult another person no matter who he is. You should know that, fool.
Hello, everyone. So we're saying goodbye to Danielle Spencer. She died yesterday at the age of 60 from cancer. And you saw that clip right there. She played Dee on the sitcom What's Happening. I think this was in the 70s. And she was just famous with her, one-liners or, the different jokes that she told. And you could see that sometimes she might have, what they call it, improv. That's how good she was. She was hilarious to watch, especially when she's with, Roger, brother, Rerun, and Dwayne. So, to hear of her passing is sad, but she was a delightful person to watch as a young actress in Hollywood. And she did not turn out like these nowadays young actors. She went on to become a veterinarian because she loved animals. And, growing up, she was in a major car accident, and she came back from that accident to continue on What's Happening. Now, I think What's Happening ran for 3 seasons, and then she went on to What's Happening Now. This is where she was older, like a teenager, and I think that only lasted 2 seasons. And we're going to read an article from CNN just detailing her life and her death. So it says, Danielle Spencer, the little sister Dee on What's Happening, dies at 60. Danielle Spencer, who played the wisecracking and tattling little sister Dee Thomas on the 1970s sitcom What's Happening, has died. Spencer died Monday at the age of 60 after a year-long battle with cancer, family spokesperson Sandra Jones said. As Dee, Spencer was the smarter, more serious younger sister who offered a steady stream of deadpan roasts of Big Brother Roger Thomas, and his friends Dwayne Nelson and Freddie Rerun Stubbs. Ooh, I'm gonna tell mama would become Dee's catchphrase. Yeah, she would say that all the time when the boys got in trouble. The show, set in Los Angeles neighborhood of Watts and among the first on television to focus on the lives of black teenagers, was based on the movie Cooley High and ran on ABC from 1976 to 1979. It had a long legacy thanks to its memorable characters, including the geeky Raj, the catchphrase sprouter Dwayne, the red-berated dancing phenom Rerun, and Dee with her eyeballs and icy stare. Early in the production of the show's first season, Spencer, then 12, was in a major car accident on the Pacific Coast Highway in Malibu, California, that left her in a coma for 3 weeks and killed her stepfather, Tim Plett. She would have spinal and neurological problems that would require multiple surgery in the years afterwards. In 2018, she had an emergency surgery for a bleeding hematoma, which stemmed from the 1977 car crash. In the immediate aftermath, a family spokesperson said she could only speak slightly and had to use crutches to walk. She had been suffering symptoms from at least 2004, when she had to use a wheelchair and relearn how to walk. In 2014, she was diagnosed with breast cancer and had a double mastectomy. So I'm going to show you this video right here. This is my first time watching it with you.
I had a lump in my breast, and, I'm a vet. I should know these things. And I would have to have a mastectomy. And so I said, okay, well, let's do it. And I said, matter of fact, let's take the other one off too. It was just an awful time. I had to keep praying. And my mom and my brother and my husband and, everyone, they would try to encourage me, and they didn't want me to think of suicide, even though I had considered it. It was definitely a rough time because it ravages your body and also mentally. It changes you. I'm a changed person, but I'm so thankful to God that I came through that too. And I'm such a stronger person now. I mean, I have no fear now.
Spencer also appeared on a mid-1980s reboot of the show What's Happening Now, which ran for 3 seasons. So both shows, What's Happening and What's Happening Now, ran for 3 seasons. She went on to become a veterinarian and advocate for animals. She attended the University of California, Davis, and UCLA and got a doctorate in veterinary medicine from Tuskegee University in 1993. Spencer continued to dabble in acting, including an appearance as a veterinarian in the 1997 Jack Nicholson film As Good as It Gets. So she is survived by her mother and her husband. And, it's just sad. People say it's a part of life. We know that. But to see that, she had her double mastectomy, it's not always guaranteed that, you will be cured of such what's the word, degenerating, just awful disease as cancer. And we've been hearing a lot about cancer deaths as far as in entertainment, right? Because we know people in entertainment because that's their profession, which is a public thing, social media. So we hear more about them. But rest in peace to Danielle. It's sad. It's sad. We all must go through it, but when you hear of someone, especially as I said, as a child actor, not getting into mix-ups that, most child actors get into when they, don't have any work to go to, instead of doing like what she did, go on to college and, pursue a career to become a vet. But still, every now and then, she would, dabble back in acting. So again, rest in peace, Danielle. You were fun. You gave us 6 years of laughs, especially in, those 3 seasons of What's Happening. And she's survived by the cast members, the actor who plays her brother Raj and Dwayne. I have to, let me look up their name because, we got to give them respect that way. Let me look up their names. So the only surviving cast members of What's Happening Now is Ernest Lee Thomas, who played Roger Thomas, and Haywood Nelson, who played Dwayne Clemens. So rest in peace to Danielle. And, that's a good thing about TV and recording. You could always go back and watch your favorite shows, comedies, and get a good laugh. So, gossipers, what are your thoughts? Have you seen What's Happening? Did you like the character Dee? Did she remind you of anyone in your family with that joke and smart mouth and everything like that? She was great. So, rest in peace to Danielle Spencer.
Why didn't you comb her hair before she came?
He is not a she. He is a he.
Well, she looks like a she to me.
Are you all together?
Are you?